Alright, what is up guys? Brandon Perry from Colossal Fitness here, going to make the second video of my little daily video installment. Today we're going to touch on creatine. Creatine is probably the most misunderstood, most controversial supplement that I think has come into play on the market, especially for long term anyways. Creatine can be as complex and dynamic in the science or as simple as you choose to make it. Today we're going to stick to the simple side obviously because I'm nowhere near a scientist. I hear a lot of negatives regarding creatine. The number one is probably water retention. Everyone seems to complain about how creatine holds water, and I took creatine and I got all bloated looking. It's simply not the case. While water retention is a factor in creatine, generally about 2 to 3 pounds of water retention for most people once they've reached a proper dose of creatine. There's one thing you need to understand is there's two different kinds of water retention that we'll look at today. Subcutaneous water retention, which is going to be the water retention that's stored within fat, closer to the skin, which is going to make you look bloated. That is what gives you the bloated look. But that's not what creatine does. Creatine holds intermuscular water. Your body's going to always try and hold a balance between subcutaneous and intermuscular water. Creatine will actually lean a little more in towards the favor of intermuscular water. So while you are holding water, you're going to hold water within the muscle, giving you a fuller look within the muscle, and should be the opposite effect that people think it's having. If you think you're getting bloated from creatine, it's poor diet. That's the problem. Sorry to say it, but it's not the creatine that's making you bloated, it's the crap you're putting in your body. The other misconception I find with creatine is that creatines should be centered around bodybuilders and meatheads in the gym. There's a whole different demographic of people that creatine plays into that most people don't even understand. I mean, creatine's been used in seniors, people in older age and retirement homes. It's been used for cognitive capabilities and functions. They've done a lot of studies into all kinds of disease treatments with creatine. But aside from that, the biggest staple for me is, while it is great for people looking to put on muscle and retain muscle mass, athletes, it's underutilized within athletes by far. I try to get all my athletes to utilize creatine as a tool. Obviously you have to watch out with substances and banned substances if you are competing in organizations that do monitor that kind of stuff, but aside from that, if you can find safe brands, creatine can be a great tool for athletes. Essentially what creatine does, to keep it simple, is it enhances your ATP uptake. ATP is going to be what gives you quick bursts of energy in athletics. So anything from football players to swimmers to hockey players, any sport where you're going to require an ATP uptake, especially a readily available quick uptake like that, creatine is going to help you synthesize ATP better. So generally giving you those quick bursts of energy. So if you're an athlete of any kind, I highly suggest utilizing creatine as a tool. There's all different products on the market when it comes to creatine. Try to ignore all the expensive, overpriced claims and crap. Just get yourself a basic creatine monohydrate. The only key to look for is unflavored. I don't want a bunch of fillers, a bunch of crap in the products you're taking. Just stick with a basic creatine monohydrate. And you're going to want to take in 5 grams a day, I would say, is the daily recommended value that most people can uptake. Obviously, different genetic factors will give more or less to that, but 5 seems to be in most scientific studies the best dosage to take for optimal uptake. So that's a teaspoon. To keep it simple, just throw it in your post-workout shake. It doesn't really matter what time of day you take it. Some people say the morning is most ideal. Whatever your preference is, just throw it in with a shake to make it easy. But don't underutilize the supplement, guys. Ignore all the negatives. I really don't see any myself. I see a ton of positives. Whether you're an athlete, somebody trying to retain muscle mass in their senior years, or someone trying to grow muscle in their early adult years. As always, I hope that helps, guys. If you want more information like this, head over to Instagram or Facebook and like our Colossal Fitness training page. And if you want more information like this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.